This episode of Wild Fish, Wild Places, we're going to chase golden trout. And what makes these fish so special? They're in a real wild place.
There totally seems to be like an exclusivity and like a hidden nature to this trout. Because every time you mention it, people are just like, whoa.
Yeah.
We're always talking about the next adventure, you know, how far can we go? But I'd never been on a golden trout trip, and I knew of an area that had a high probability of golden trout. A few miles on the trail here before it gets too dark and cold.
So I've caught golden trout before one time on the show, but Justin and Abe have not caught a golden trout yet. So they know this area really well, but they've never caught a golden. So I think it's gonna be a great experience. And supposedly there's some big goldens in here. So if we get an opportunity, we're hoping that they are goldens, and if they are, maybe we get lucky and they're big. I got us some. We're fired up. Abe knows the trail really well, so we are actually gonna get our stuff on, put our headlamps, and pound a couple miles underneath the moonlight. It really takes the desire to catch a golden trout to make this happen. They live at high elevations. You can only fish them on open water a couple months out of the year, and they're usually pretty finicky. 8:30, hitting the trail, headlamps on. Nothing to guide us but our pure woodsman backwoods knowledge and
And the app that I got.
and the app that we want.
Yeah. Pure raw navigation with that new Gia app that,
Hey,
you know,
hey, we don't have that.
as long as we stay on the blue line, we won't get lost.
My pack is a lot bigger than the boys.
Yeah, I don't know what Denis brought in that gigantic backpack, but when he pulled that thing out, I thought we had packed for 2 different trips.
I'm set up for more elk hunting, being in for multiple days. That's just the gear that I have.
I think we're sleeping in bear country here. The size of these bear scratches going up this tree.
Abe knows this area like the back of his hand, so it's no problem on where we're gonna go. But it was cooler, it was easier, and it was faster because of those 2 things. So the night hike, a big win.
So yeah, here we are. It's kind of like the last of the wilderness boundary. So maybe I lied. Maybe it's 2 miles to where I wanted to go. But if we can make this meadow, work our way up, and then we're only like 1.5 miles from the straight uphill part.
Going into the way, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
we got about another mile till we make camp?
yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think this would probably be a good spot to camp for the night. Get a good view of the stars, and I think it's like maybe another mile before we have to start hoofing it up to the top of that gigantic, menacing looking ridge.
Pretty amazing place.
Yeah, dude. Nice push this evening.
Yeah, that was worth it.
Yeah. Well, I think if we camp here, we can maybe work our way up this meadow and see if we can catch a few of the native brook trout up here. And we're really close, within striking distance now of the main lake. So maybe 1.5 hour push to get us up there. It'd be nice to get up there before the afternoon wind.
Yeah, woke up this morning, it's pretty damn cold, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of dew, things are frozen up, so the first cup of coffee is tasting just right.
Yeah, it's all worth crawling in the river this morning for this coffee water now. I'll be hiking with a wet boot for the full morning.
Oh, man.
The first time I ever came here, we almost drank from this creek. So we're like, oh, it's headwaters right on the side of the mountain. We get to the top, and there's a Basque sheep herder there's like 150 sheep having a pool party in the headwaters. So luckily we filtered. We woke up, you know, unbelievably great, clear morning. I fell in the river getting water for coffee. And so I have wet feet and figure, well, what the heck? Let's catch some brook trout outside of camp before we do this big long trudge up to the golden trout lake. So we rigged up and started cruising up the stream with brook trout as the target. I've heard that the farther up you go, the bigger the wild fish are. So never had a chance to check it out. This is a perfect opportunity. Peacock, elk hair, and a parachute. It's like
Got it all.
the buffet of dry flies right there. With secret sauce. I don't know.
Oh, you can eat with secret sauce. Yeah! Ooh, that's a nice one.
Yeah. For this size creek, this is
That's
beautiful.
a nice one.
I'm gonna go try to get all the way to that middle rock.
Pull it too, yeah. Pull it down.
Beautiful speckled little brook trout. What, buddy?
Yeah, that's a candy. That's a nice one.
Yeah. That's fun, you
Abe's
know?
excited, so you know, let's get the stuff out and get rolling on these brook trout.
Found these little native brook trout in this tiny little creek. So Abe got one. Now it's my turn. Hard to get the drift just right. Coming out of there.
This is a small creek, but it made it really fun. Every one of these little buckets that you think has a fish in it, it did. And they were super excited to eat whatever we were throwing at them.
Oh my God, he just came out from that shadow. So they kind of all sitting in these little shadows. But came out from that shadow and just wham! Just friggin' hammered that thing. Look at
Tilt
that.
the torch a little more. Awesome.
What a beautiful fish, huh?
One of the really cool parts about high elevation trout fishing is that most of these fish have a very short window of opportunity to eat. Their feeding season is usually only 2 to 3 months long. So in that time frame, they'll eat just about anything. Just got to get it off that tree. The uber natural off the leaf. Reverse bow and arrow in my eye cast. There. Splashdown.
Just fly. Some places like that where you just swear there's gonna be a fish, no fish. And then you go walking up on a hole not caring that much and there's a fish sitting there. So they're definitely liking the shade though. This is kind of a tight little cast here, honestly. Oh, that's a pig! Who's got the net? Oh, that was awesome. Oh, that was cool. Now I gotta try to get him landed in this thing. Look at that. So rad. Oh my God, that was so cool.
Got him. Oh, slurped it out of the tail out. Oh, that was fun. He came out of the tail out.
That's definitely a trophy.
Oh. Nice. Nope. He's loose. He's out. That was another fun take. Just saw him come up, like looking right at me.
So we've had our fun, some easy fish, beautiful fish. Now it's time to trudge forward 1,500 feet of elevation gain in about 2 miles. There's no trail, straight up the mountain. Lots of boulders in the way.
Oh man, we're so close.
Yeah, dude.
There she is.
I wondered if
Getting into the sun and we're just getting into the spot where we're gonna do a lot of climbing. Kind of the what we know is going to be the terrible part of this whole journey is this last hour and a half right here.
We're going to be looking for a kind of an area like this. I think there's going to be a little more of a prominent creek, but you can see the trail splits. So we still got 1,300 vert to go.
That's it.
We officially broke off the main trail. It's just down that way a bit, but now we're pretty much straight freestyle, old school. Follow the creek, which usually has the path of least resistance. When we get to the top of the creek, there should be a lake full of 20-inch golden trout.
Yeah. Oh, just a cool little waterfall coming out here. We're hoping it is the outflow for the lake that we were looking for. And if so, we're definitely on the home stretch.
It was a long, long hike. I'd been out there for landscape photography, but had not actually been to that lake. Oh, nice. There she is. And I expect to see this 30-something acre lake, and instead we see this gorgeous little green marsh, little creek coming out of the ground. Trout heaven.
First golden trout sighting of the trip. We just got to the lake.
So
So at least we got confirmed population. We can at least catch 2.
There's golden trout in that creek right there. It just seems like a no-brainer. This is where we're gonna camp.
Not sure how spooky these fish are gonna be, so I brought the Deschutes, the phantom tip, the Hanley phantom tip, just to see, make sure. It's nice to have a little advantage, you know?
Yeah.
Even if they're not spooky, it's gotta help.
So we were excited. We thought it was a no-brainer. Let's go fish these fish right outside of our tents. I assumed one cast, boom, I'm gonna cap off my trout slam.
And we're sitting here making camp, and there's goldens just eating off the top. So Abe's never caught one before. I want him first cast in here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start kind of at the bottom here, so I'll work kind of swing around so I can come in from behind. Just try to fish right kind of in the middle of the pool and try not to spook too many. Oh, there's a nice one there. Oh, instantly one comes out from the edge. He's looking, nope. Little guy. Huh, he swam really far, looked at it, and then swam all the way back where he came from. Cast after cast after cast, nothing happened. And we're starting to think, uh-oh, this is not gonna be as easy as we thought. Well, we got to the big lake, and it made sense to me to tie on something classic, like a zug bug or a prince nymph, and just fish along the edge of the structure in the deep section of the lake. So I tied on a little size 16 zug bug and started bombing casts out as far as I could with a nice slow retrieve. And within minutes, boom, fish on. I think this is it. We're gonna be doing this all day long. The elation to catching my first golden trout was so exciting. I mean, this was the last major trout species that I needed to catch to complete my trout slam. And to do so in such a beautiful, gorgeous lake was so exciting. It's a great little fight with the fish, and it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous trout. It was really rewarding to finally hold that golden trout and look at it and then let it go and be caught another day. After we got done freaking out yesterday about golden trout in our camp water, I also realized that this morning was going to be a really good casting photo, possible cover shot. I always like to say that when I get excited, where we're going to get the rising sun camp's gonna be in the shade. Denis is just about in the sunlight. When his line gets up in that sun, it's gonna contrast or pop against this shaded background, and that's how you get those epic hero casting shots, tight loops. You can see this loop is just glowing.
There's one thing that I know about fly fishing for trout. When you have the right fly, the fish are gonna go crazy on it. And if you're not getting bit and you can see fish in there, you need to change a lot. Dude, they just come up and rip that thing right off the surface. Yes. Back to back Goldens, baby. That one's got a lot more defining
This one looks pretty.
characteristics on there.
Sierra Gold.
My buddy told me there was a bunch of the scuds in this lake, which are freshwater shrimp. That's what I went with. I had a olive one, threw it on, first cast. I had a nice one, lost it. Second cast, third cast, fourth cast, fifth cast. I landed 2 back to back, which is by far the greatest pattern we've found so far. Let's see if we can get him to do it again. Watch this. So you just drop it in there, and then it just starts slowly going across the top. There's that bigger one. That's a big fish, boys.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Net! Net!
Yep.
Net guy! Oh, that's a hog. I started ripping through flies. All of a sudden I came to this little olive scud, threw it in there, and those golden trout just went nuts on it.
Yeah. I wanna let me get my DSLR.
Okay. Boom, that's my biggest golden I've ever caught. Ah, look at the colors on that thing, man. I mean, just look at that.
Another shot.
Okay, you ready?
Get it wet.
Got the solo netter. But that guy's running camera. Dude, we figured something out. That's a nice fish. That's a dandy. Oh man. Open up, little fella. Look at just the beautiful color on these things. Look at the gold and the red, the spots. Just absolutely beautiful.
And sure enough, we put on a small nymph, and the fish are keyed in. They're happy. Don't know if it was the weather change, just different time of the day, but they were stoked.
Hopefully that would make sense that they would eat the same thing as these guys are eating over here. So I ran it shallow through here. I haven't had any takes. The feeling is that they're off a little deeper, so we're gonna run a little indicator. Same fly, a little split shot, get it down and see what happens.
Same deal, dries, streamers, nymphs, whatever we could pull out of our fly box, and we were not finding that key pattern. And then as the sun went down, we started seeing fish rise, and then things turned on. Oh, another slurp over there. The fish are rising everywhere. Finally lay out this huge long cast, perfect cast. The light is fading fast. The fish are rising. I'm getting excited. Oh, another slurp over there. Got it! Yes, yeah! First cast, I lay it out there, and he eats right on cue. I'm excited. This is the golden trout that I came all the way up here to catch.
Sunset golden trout on the dry.
On the dry, just freaking. Oh, nice. Dude,
Working for you, buddy. I've been working for you. Oh, that was awesome.
look at a rainbow.
It's not about numbers, it's quality. The experience of the catch, the eat.
Wild Fish, Wild Places, you know, we're wrapping up this show.
this is in our backyard. It's difficult to get to, but you know, most people can actually do it if they want to. Get off the couch, get out there, and explore something that most people will never get a chance to see in their life.